If you're shopping for a small fridge or freezer or dual combo fridge and freezer for a van or an RV, then I am here to help you with the process. I'm going to help you with where do you look, what kind of search tools I use, including my favorite AI to help me with this. And I'm going to actually take you through and we're going to shop together and look at products to see, to think about how do you evaluate whether a fridge or a freezer is a good one, the one that you want. Hey, I'm Natalie Hill, the creator of MyLifeInAVan.com, and I help solo single women who want van life to be their life, part-time or full-time. They want to have adventures on the road. They want to be strong and free. I'm just pausing for a second here and let the mail truck go by. So I'm going to show you how to get recommendations, suggestions for the best fridges and freezers for vans that are not just biased based on how can I make the most money by recommending this product to somebody. And I'll show you how I use AI to get help with this and how I read and evaluate Amazon products and their reviews. And we're looking at some great Black Friday deals right now if you happen to be looking at this video during Black Friday. So let's go shopping. All right, I'm going to share my process with you as I search online for the ideal fridge freezer for a van. Okay, so we're going to begin with, I use DuckDuckGo. And so we're going to begin with a search online, and I'm going to search, here we go. I'm going to search what are the brands of combo fridge freezers for vans or cars. Now let me get myself small so we can see this. So the first thing is, do a search like this. I use DuckDuckGo because DuckDuckGo doesn't track me, and so I don't get ads for fridges and freezers following me everywhere I am on the internet. This is a great advantage of using DuckDuckGo. So anyway, instead of Google. So first of all, here's what we see. The first one is an ad. The second one is an ad. The third one is an ad. And then finally, we have articles from Van Life Theory, Tiny Living Life, RV Blogger, Hi Van, etc. So the thing with these is I know that when I click on these, what I'm going to get is an article that is probably going to be well written, is going to be fairly thorough, and it's going to be full of affiliate links, which is not a problem. I have no problem with affiliate links. I use them too. It's a great way for people to support their blogging and their service. But the only thing is, I don't trust their recommendations because they might be recommending the ones that they get the biggest affiliate commission on. You see what I'm saying? So there's like a conflict of interest because they're making a bunch of recommendations, but I don't know that they're not picking the best one based on, oh, I will get the highest commission if somebody buys this. So therefore, I don't really like to look for products. I mean, I would read multiple articles before I made any decision, based on a web search. So the question is, okay, great. What do you do instead? So here's what I do instead. I go to AI. My current favorite AI tool is Perplexity. And so I went here. Here's Perplexity. It's perplexity.ai, and I'm going to type in the question. Let me just type in the same question that I just now typed in Google. So let me copy that. I'll put that here, and let's see what we get. So first of all, one of the reasons I like Perplexity over, say, ChatGPT is because they actually give references, and their recommendations are footnoted. And I can actually click on this and say, look it up, search it in DuckDuckGo. So it's really convenient. So anyway, so they're suggesting the brand DOMETIC, Engel, ARB, IceCo, BougeRV, Vivar, I don't know what that is, and Alpicool. Okay, so let's take a look on Amazon at these different brands. Let's just type in Alpicool fridge freezer. So first it brings up the sponsored ones, which are, some of them are Alpicool and some of them are Bodega Cooler. Great. I mean, it's going to bring up all kinds of things. Sponsored is going to bring up all kinds of things. But hopefully, once we get to the non-sponsored, it's going to be all Alpicools. So what I want is a combo fridge freezer and hopefully a Black Friday deal. So now we're getting to some of these. So this is a fridge freezer. So what have I got? What have I got? Okay, I'm going to put combo fridge freezer. That might be better. And we got some Black Friday deals, $274, $223. Wow, this is 53 quart. That's a lot of capacity. And they've got a $94. That's cool. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one, and then I'm actually going to go to the Alpicool store because I want to see what they've got there. So they've got a bunch of different models, and so what I'm looking for is a dual zone with independent control, because I want something that I can freeze in one compartment and refrigerate in the other compartment. So it looks like they've got 3 different ones there. They've got the 35, the 45, and the 55, and I'm thinking that has to do with the number of quarts. So let's look at it. So actually, it looks like they've got a 25 quart dual zone, a 33 quart dual zone, and a 41 quart dual zone. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to look at the ratings because, so let's just look at this a little more. Okay, so it talks about the number of minutes that it takes to cool it down. And so this is very cool. This is a helpful graphic because you can either have a freezer on the big side and a fridge on the smaller side, which is great because you might want to have a lot more frozen food than you do just refrigerated food. Or you can have it the other way around, where the fridge is the big one and the freezer is the small one. You can have them both be freezers or both be fridges. I think that is really cool. And then they give all this other stats, which I don't know what it means, but it's low noise, it's anti-tilt, energy saving, fast cooling, all that stuff is good. And they're helping you figure out the quantity. So you see the freezer, this is interesting here. The freezer, or the smaller compartment, is very small. It's only 6.7 inches wide and 3.5 inches tall, and 10.9 inches deep. So the smaller compartment is very small because the motor is underneath that compartment. But personally, I really like being able to have a freezer, and I might prefer the big one as the freezer. You know, I would see what I want out on the road. So this is the 25 quart, and I actually did the math. The 25 quart is $8.64 a quart for the size that they're charging. And then the 33 quart, which is, so look at this, this is an interesting thing. So the height of the 25 quart is 14.6 inches tall. So that's how tall it is. It's 24 inches deep and 14 inches wide. So the longer part is 24, so that's 2 feet. And the smaller part, let's get this out of the way, the smaller width is 14.8 inches. And so one thing to check out, like a lot of people put this in between their 2 front seats. They take out the console in their van and they put the cooler there. So this is 14.6 inches high, which is this, what they're showing here. And then if you go to the 33 quart, now it comes up to 17.4 inches high. So the other dimensions are the same, but this is taller. And then if you wanted to buy the 41 quart, it comes up to 20.2 inches tall, and the other dimensions remain the same. So this is very interesting. So mainly, or one of the main changes is in the smaller compartment, it becomes much taller. If we go back to the 33, the smaller compartment, they're showing it in number of cans, but the big change to me is in the smaller compartment. Of course, the larger compartment gets bigger too, but if you were going to use this smaller one for a freezer, you get a lot more space when you go, whoops, am I on the dual? When you go to the bigger capacity. And if you're in a single zone, just everything's in the same area. I like the dual zone a lot better, just because you can separate things out. It would be easier for, kind of organization inside of it. So 25, okay, so it's interesting, the capacity becomes bigger in the single zone. They have different quart numbers. So 25 dual zone, there's not a 25 single zone, it's a 28 for the same, okay, this is the same height. So you get 3 more quarts if you get just a single zone, which is interesting. Or in this case, you get 4 more quarts, and here you get 5 more quarts. Very interesting, and it's less expensive. Personally, I much prefer the dual zone because I want to be able to have some frozen items that I can, keep for a longer period of time, like meat, for example. Or let's say I want to buy a frozen pizza. I don't know if it would fit in here, but you could always break the thing in half. Okay, so here's the next thing to look at, and that's reviews. So the first thing I look at is what percentage of 4 and 5-star reviews. So this is 75 plus 15, which is 90% of the people give this a 4 or 5-star review. So that's really good. And then what percentage of 1-star reviews? There's only 4%. My cutoff for really good is 6%, so this is excellent. So then I want to look at these reviews. And I especially want to look at the ones that are dual zone, because that's the one I want to buy. So all of these are single zones so far. And so I'm going to just keep looking through for dual zone reviews. So most people are buying the single, which is, good to know that the vast majority of the reviews are not on the product that I want to buy. Okay, here's a dual zone. And so I bought it for camping trips while making sure the unit works, ran it for a week, 3 months after I purchased, running great until it did not. Researched the instructions, I got an F2 error code, emailed Alpicool from their website with my information. I received an email back within hours letting me know the issue was a short in the fan. Customer service was so amazing. Within just a couple of days, they sent a new refrigerator and emailed me the return shipping label. We shipped it back a couple of days after receiving the new one. New unit is working fine. So this is actually a great review, because there was a problem. They contacted customer service. They got a new one really quickly. That's exactly what you want to hear. There's going to be a problem with machines, but the fact that it was remedied so quickly is great. Here's another one. Purchased a much larger with a removable divider, temperature issues. Thought I had similar problems with this one. Turned out to be a lack of airflow. I don't like that it got a fan, so I got the 33 quart for the place it had to fit. Would have wanted I don't know what all this stuff means. Only thing I miss about the large one, I returned. Okay, they returned one. update. Cooler's going strong. Order a second one. It is all one compartment for refrigerated. Thought I could get by with a small one. Okay. Have a single compartment, 32 dedicated for refrigerator use. Spoiling myself. I'm finding I want a lot more refrigerator space instead of restaurants on the road. Yeah, I really don't want to eat in restaurants at all. So should have went bigger. So that's what that person. So this is good to know. They bought the 33 quart, and the 33 quart, let's just duplicate this and open another one. The 33 quart is, let's go back to this. So the 33 quart is the middle one. And this person wished that they had gotten the bigger one. So with the Black Friday deal, the 25 quart is $215, the 33 quart is $239, and the 41 quart is $271. And I don't know if I finished telling you, but I did the math. The big one turns out to be $6.63 a quart. The 33 is $7.27 a quart, and the 25 is $8.64 a quart. So as you go up, the price per quart improves. Okay, so if we go back here, looking at more dual reviews, I'm just scrolling through, I'm seeing all singles. Here's another dual. My fourth Alpicool and great customer service. Now own 4. First 3 performed flawlessly, one for over 3 years. Fourth one did not work well. Used Amazon's link to contact the seller, got immediate reply. First tried a replacement power supply at my request, and when that did not work, they quickly shipped me a full replacement, which works great. I'm thrilled with it. While I would rather not have had the inconvenience, it's comforting to know they stand behind their product. There was never a doubt they were going to make it right. So this is another great review. Here's a 4-star dual. Easy to use. We pre-cool it in the house. Takes about 30 minutes to drop to 40. Perfect size for Subaru Outback. That's good to know because that's a SUV. Note that the compressor takes up much of one side but is quiet. The freezer compartment's small, 3x3x11. For longer trips, consider adding a power pack like a Jackery, of course. Freezer is excellent value. This fridge freezer is excellent value. I'm not sure why they gave it a 4-star, but anyway, they did. So anyway, that's my process to look through. So let's look at some of the other brands that were recommended here in Perplexity. And as far as I know, none of Perplexity's are affiliate links. So hopefully it's unbiased, even though it's AI. Okay, so this is Alpicool. This is Alpicool. This is IceCo. So IceCo are way more than I would want to spend. Now this looks like a really good deal because it's $636 down from $849, but personally I'm not interested in spending that much. But I do like that it has the dual zone. This one doesn't say dual, so I'm not sure it does. Anyway, I'm just going to skip over that. You can check those out if that's what you want. This is Whynter, like winter, like as opposed to summer. Okay, again, so 45 quart, nice, deep freezer chest, very nice, but price is way beyond anything I want to spend, just starting out here. And now let's take a look at BougeRV. So BougeRV is a cool name, and so here's a $209 Black Friday deal. This is a 30 quart. Is this a dual? I see 2 compartments. They are separated. I'm not sure if it's dual. Fast cooling down to 32, so that's freezing. Okay, they've got a lot of good things, but I'm not sure it's dual. Let's put dual and see what comes up there. So we're looking at BougeRV. Okay, here's a dual zone for 304. This one probably isn't dual. This is another one for 309. So here's a BougeRV that's dual. 384, that's pretty darn high. 12 volts, 69 core. So this is a large capacity. And they have smaller ones. 55 quart for $60 less, 41 quart for $302. This says dual zone. Okay, so they got the dual zone. This is great. So it can either be total, all one or the other. You can take out the divider, or it can be freezer in one and fridge in the other. And I don't know for sure if the large compartment is the only one that can be the freezer. But one thing that the Alpicool had better than this, so with this one, when you open the lid, you open the lid to both of them. You can't open the lid to one or the other. Whereas with the Alpicool, it has two lids. So you don't have to warm up the stuff in the freezer when you open the fridge, and vice versa, which is much better. Okay. All right, that was BougeRV. They're Whynter. That was Whynter. Now, that's the one we were looking at. Okay, this is domestic brand. Okay, these are really either very big or very expensive or very high quality, or maybe all of these. So this is 45 liter. I'd have to convert that into quarts. It looks quite large. Let's see what the dimensions are. Let's look at the dimensions of the 35 liter one. This is a Black Friday deal. They're giving you 19% off. So it's 27 inches. Okay, so it's 15, a little over 15 and a half tall, 16 inches wide, 27 inches long. So 16 wide, 15 and a half tall. Let's compare that to the, how many quarts was that? Let's look at that again. Where was I? Okay, this is the domestic, and it's 35 liter. Oh, we got to convert. Okay, let's convert. Convert liters to quarts. Okay, so 15 liters. 15 liters, it's almost the same. Okay, so we don't really have to be concerned about that. Okay, so we've got, this is 36 liters. Let's see what the Alpicool would be. The closest would be the, I'll say the 37 quart dual zone, which the dimensions are 17 inches high and almost 15 wide. So let's look at that. So this is 16, right? Yeah, 16 inches tall, so comparable, and 16 inches wide. So these are, let me just go to the diagram. It's easier to see. Very interesting. Comparable size, but a lot more money. Wow, I wonder if it's worth that much more. 5 1-star reviews, 88% 4- and 5-star reviews, similar. Anyway, I would have to read this. Personally, I would much rather pay $200 than $669. Okay, let's see what the last one is. The last one is ARB brand. And so they have a bunch of them. And if you thought $669 was a lot, check out $1,551. So they've got a 20% off on this one. I'm not even going to look at it. This is not, I like spending money, but not that much. Okay, so there's a few other brands in here that we didn't check out, like Vivor, I don't think we checked out, and Engel. You can check those out. Okay, that's my shopping spree on Amazon. And what I'm going to do is come back on here. The next section of this video is going to be me talking to Ellen, who is an expert in power, and we're going to take a look at these and see which ones are the better deal based on how much power they use because of the power supply that you're going to be bringing with you in your van. Okay. So thanks for hanging in there with me on this shopping excursion for fridges and freezers. And if you like this video and you want more and you want to follow what I'm up to as I buy a van and deck out my van and sell this house and get into living in a van full time, then like this video, subscribe, and consider coming on over to mylifeinavan.com, see what I'm doing there, sign up for my newsletter. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. Hope to see you on the road.